The Whispering Shadows. In the small, isolated town of Blackwood, there was a legend that no one dared to speak of. It was said that once the clock struck midnight, the whispering shadows would emerge from the depths of the forest, seeking out those who wandered alone. One foggy night, a young content creator named Jordan decided to explore the old abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town. Armed with a flashlight and a recording device, Jordan ventured into the decaying structure, hoping to capture some eerie footage for their latest project. As Jordan stepped inside, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence filled the room. The floorboards creaked underfoot, and the walls seemed to close in, as if the house itself was alive. Ignoring the growing sense of dread, Jordan pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets hidden within. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the halls. Jordan's heart skipped a beat as they spun around, but there was nothing there. Just the empty, dark corridor. They took a deep breath and continued, their flashlight flickering ominously. "Leave! Now!" a faint whisper hissed. Jordan's heart raced, but curiosity got the better of them. They followed the sound, descending into the dark, musty basement. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. "You shouldn't be here," they warned. Jordan's flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. In the dim light, they saw movement, dark, shapeless figures slithering along the edges of the room. Out of nowhere, a shadow lunged at Jordan. They stumbled back, barely catching themselves. The shadows seemed to retreat, but the whispers continued, now a cacophony of malevolent voices. "Join us! Forever!" they chanted. Jordan tried to run, but their legs felt like lead. The shadows enveloped them, and the last thing they heard was their own scream, swallowed by the darkness. The next morning, the townspeople found Jordan's recording device outside the mansion. The footage showed nothing but darkness and the chilling whispers of the shadows. Jordan was never seen again, and the legend of the whispering shadows grew stronger, a warning to all who dared to venture into the unknown.
In the heart of a dense forest lies the silent grove, a place whispered about in fearful tones. Jenny, a nature enthusiast, ignored the ominous tales and ventured into the grove at dusk. As twilight descended, the trees seemed to close in around her. A sense of unease crept through her, amplified by the eerie silence. Suddenly, a low, guttural growl echoed through the trees, freezing Jenny in her tracks. Panic surged as she realized she was not alone. Shadows danced maliciously at the edge of her vision, whispering dark promises. With trembling hands, she fumbled for her flashlight, only to find it dead. Frantic, she stumbled over gnarled roots, her heart pounding in terror. In a small clearing, she saw them, pale figures with hollow eyes swaying in an otherworldly dance. The air turned icy cold, breath frosting before her eyes. Jenny's terror peaked when she recognized the figures as the lost souls of those who dared enter the silent grove. As she turned to flee, a spectral hand closed around her wrist, pulling her into the spectral throng. Her screams blended with the haunting whispers as the grove claimed another victim. The next morning, all that remained in the grove was an abandoned flashlight, its beam flickering weakly. The locals knew better than to enter the silent grove after dark, where lost souls roamed the shadows, forever seeking companions in their eternal dance of despair.
In the seedy underbelly of the animal kingdom, Hopper the crack-addicted bunny navigates a dangerous world of addiction and crime. His insatiable need for DSM crack carrots drives him to extreme lengths, turning tricks and dealing dope just to feed his habit. As Hopper spirals deeper into darkness, unexpected encounters with Bugs Bunny and Roger Rabbit add layers of chaos and intrigue to his twisted tale. Each character brings their own sinister agenda, blurring the line between friend and foe in Hopper's shattered reality. Will Hopper succumb to his vices, or can he find a way to break free from the grip of addiction? Brace yourself for a wild and unpredictable journey through Hopper's world, where every carrot could be his last, and trust is a luxury he can't afford.
In the dense forests of British Columbia, where the mist curls like ghostly fingers, a dark presence lurks. The Highway of Tears stretches ominously, a road where countless women have vanished without a trace. These disappearances echo in the whispers of the wind, telling tales of Robert Picton, the pig farmer whose farm became a graveyard for his victims. His evil cast a long shadow over the province, but he was not alone. There was Chad Bucknell, who prowled the streets, claiming lives with a chilling precision. And the youngest of them all, a boy whose face belied the darkness within, became British Columbia's youngest serial killer, his youth masking the horror of his deeds. The forests hide the secrets of these men, their stories intertwined with the land's ancient trees. As night falls, the howling winds and rustling leaves seem to cry out the names of the lost. British Columbia's beauty is tainted by these macabre tales, each one a reminder that the shadows of the past are never far behind, waiting to claim their next victim. This is a land where evil walks hand in hand with the night, and where every step could be your last.
Ever spent the night in a creaky old house alone? No? Just me? Well, imagine that. But add in the humid Philippine air, flickering lights, and whispers of creatures you thought only existed in fairy tales. That's right, folks. We're diving headfirst into the world of Filipino urban legends, where reality is far spookier than fiction. The Philippines, a beautiful archipelago with stunning beaches and even friendlier people, has a dark side. A side steeped in centuries-old tales of the supernatural, where ancient spirits roam free and bump in the night takes on a whole new meaning. Buckle up, because things are about to get spooky. Think your childhood nightmares were bad? Wait till you hear about the creatures lurking in the shadows here. We're talking about monsters with a taste for human flesh, vengeful spirits looking for a good scare, and things that go bump in the night, and day for that matter. So, grab your holy water and a crucifix, because we're about to explore the terrifying world of Philippine urban legends. You see, in the Philippines, these aren't just stories. They're warnings passed down through generations. Every creaking floorboard, every rustling leaf could be a sign that you're not alone. And trust me, you don't want to be the one caught off guard when the creatures come out to play. From the bustling streets of Manila to the remote villages nestled in the mountains, these legends are woven into the fabric of Filipino culture. They're more than just scary stories. They're a reflection of the country's history, beliefs, and the very real fears that haunt its people. Let's start with a classic, The White Lady. Picture this. You're driving down a deserted road late at night, the wind whistling through the trees. Suddenly, you spot a figure in white, thumb outstretched, begging for a ride. Bad idea, my friend, very bad idea. This ain't your friendly neighborhood carpool buddy. This is the White Lady, a vengeful spirit often depicted in a flowing white gown, her long black hair obscuring a face contorted in sadness. Or is that anger? Legend has it, she's usually the ghost of a woman who died tragically, seeking revenge on unsuspecting travelers. Section 4. Tiyanak, don't fall for the baby cry. Now, who doesn't love the sound of a crying baby? Well, in the Philippines, you might want to think twice before rushing to soothe those cries. Why? Because it might just be a Tiyanak. This creature is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine a small, seemingly harmless baby, abandoned and alone. You pick it up feeling a surge of pity, only to have it transform into a grotesque monster with sharp claws and fangs, ready to feast on your compassion. Yeah, not so cute anymore, is it? The Tiyanak preys on sympathy, luring unsuspecting victims to their doom. Section 5. Aswang, your friendly neighborhood monster. Not. But wait, there's more. No roundup of Filipino urban legends would be complete without mentioning the aswang. This shape-shifting monster is basically the Swiss Army knife of creatures, capable of morphing into various terrifying forms. One minute it's a dog with glowing red eyes, the next it's a bat-like creature swooping down from the sky. But its most terrifying form? A human-like creature with an insatiable hunger for human flesh, particularly fond of snatching unsuspecting victims in the dead of night. Yeah, good luck sleeping with the lights off after hearing that. The aswang is the embodiment of primal fear, a shapeshifter who could be lurking right under your nose. It's the creepy neighbor who only comes out at night, the weird sound you hear in the attic. You never know, and that's what makes it so terrifying. Section 6. Sleep tight, if you can, leaving you with the heebie-jeebies. So, there you have it. A glimpse into the terrifying world of Philippine urban legends. From hitchhiking ghosts to shape-shifting monsters, these tales are enough to make even the bravest soul sleep with the lights on. But hey, at least you're warned. Next time you hear a bump in the night or see a figure in white on a deserted road, remember these stories. After all, in the Philippines, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones that hide in plain sight. Sweet dreams.
In the heart of Victoria, British Columbia, the disappearance of Michael Donaghy remains one of Canada's most haunting mysteries. On March 24, 1991, a sunny Sunday afternoon, Michael, a bright-eyed 4-year-old, vanished from a playground near Blanchard Elementary School. His parents, Crystal and Bruce Donaghy, were just steps away, participating in a nearby flag football game when they realized Michael was missing. Panic set in as they searched the area, but there was no sign of Michael. The alarm was raised and police quickly mobilized, launching one of the largest search efforts in Canadian history. Despite extensive ground searches, aerial surveys, and exhaustive interviews, no substantial leads emerged. Eyewitness accounts were sparse and often contradictory. Police released age-progressed photos over the years, hoping to spark new leads. Numerous tips flooded in, but none led to a breakthrough. The investigation faced significant challenges, from the absence of physical evidence to the passage of time eroding potential clues. The case drew widespread media attention, yet the trail always seemed to go cold. Suspects were questioned, including known offenders and individuals with suspicious behavior, but no arrests were made. The community of Victoria was left in a state of perpetual anguish, with yearly vigils held to honor Michael's memory and keep the hope of his return alive. The disappearance profoundly impacted British Columbia's approach to child safety, prompting changes in public awareness and law enforcement procedures. Despite the years that have passed, the question remains: what happened to Michael Donaghy? This case serves as a stark reminder of the enduring quest for justice and closure.
Imagine a dark and misty forest, where the notorious Bigfoot lurks in the shadows, waiting for unsuspecting prey. Suddenly, a sleek red car, reminiscent of Christine from Stephen King's movie, revs its engine ominously, ready to strike. As the car speeds through the forest, Bigfoot gives chase, its massive strides shaking the ground with each step. Christine's headlights pierce the darkness, casting an eerie glow on Bigfoot's towering figure, creating a spine-chilling scene. The forest echoes with the sounds of screeching tires and inhuman roars, blending into a symphony of fear and chaos. In a final showdown, Christine and Bigfoot face off, each unleashing their full fury in a battle of monstrous proportions.
In the aftermath of a battle that had raged like a tempest, the land lay still, blanketed by an eerie silence. The once verdant fields were now a canvas of destruction, painted with the deep hues of loss and the stark shades of desolation. The air was thick with the scent of metal and earth, a testament to the ferocity of the conflict that had transpired. Amidst the wreckage, a lone figure lay motionless, a soldier whose name had been lost to the chaos of war. His world had narrowed to the confines of his own mind, a prison from which there was no escape. Trapped within himself, he drifted in the void between consciousness and oblivion. Memories of battle echoed through his thoughts, each one a sharp reminder of the reality he could no longer touch. The sound of gunfire, the cries of the fallen, they were his lullabies in this dark place. In his isolation, the soldier found solace in the whispers of his comrades, voices from a life that seemed as distant as the stars above. They spoke of courage, of camaraderie, of a time when the word one meant more than a solitary existence. But there was another presence in the shadows, an unseen enemy that clawed at his mind with relentless fervor. It was the war itself, an entity that consumed hope and left behind only the husk of the man he once was. As days turned to nights and back again, the soldier fought his own battles within the confines of his mind. Each victory was fleeting, each defeat a weight that threatened to crush his spirit. Yet, he endured, a testament to the resilience of the human soul. And then, amidst the darkness, a glimmer of light. With a melody as his guide, he embarked on a final journey, a path that led him through the remnants of his own psyche. And there, at the journey's end, he found it, the peace he had longed for, a quiet place where the echoes of war could no longer reach.
What if I told you the dark holds secrets you wouldn't believe? In the next few seconds, you'll discover what's truly lurking in the basement shadows. Every creak echoes louder. The air is thick, almost suffocating. Shadows dance, forming grotesque figures. Your heart pounds as you approach the stairs. Facial expressions twist with fear. You feel unseen eyes piercing your back. 2 steps up, you hear soft whispering. Is it real or your mind playing tricks? Feet heavy, you force yourself to move. Suddenly, a cold touch on your ankle. An instinctive scream escapes your lips. You run, stumbling, gasping for breath. The door slams shut behind you. Safe for now, but what truly lies in the darkness? Hit the like button if you found this useful. Ever wondered what's really lurking in the dark when you're in the basement? Buckle up for a nightmarish ride. Imagine you're alone, the dim light barely piercing the shadows. Every creak of the wooden stairs sends a shiver down your spine. As you reach the basement, the air grows colder, and you swear you feel eyes on your back. You glance over and see a figure just out of reach, hidden in the dark corners. Its eyes glow with menace. Panic grips you. Sprinting up the stairs, you hear it following, scraping claws and guttural growls. You burst into the light, but the chilling sensation never leaves. Ever felt that unease run up your spine? Darkness holds the unknown. Like what you see? Subscribe for more spine-chilling tales.